They met when they were 5. Same neighborhood, same school bus, same lunch table. In elementary school, he always saved her a seat. In high school, he waited outside her classroom every afternoon. By college, everyone assumed the same thing. They were going to get married. And they did. He proposed at 25. She said yes without hesitation. The wedding was small, a borrowed venue, simple vows, nothing extravagant, just promises they fully believed in. They talked about having kids the way people talk about the future with certainty, not if, just when. But a year passed. Then another. The doctor suggested tests. The results came back quietly. It wasn't her, it was him. A rare autoimmune disease, chronic, progressive, manageable, but only with long-term treatment. The doctor explained the plan carefully. Monthly infusions, specialist visits, medications not fully covered by insurance. Even with coverage, the out-of-pocket costs were overwhelming. Deductibles, co-pays, coverage limits hidden in fine print. The kind of numbers that don't hit you all at once, they follow you home instead. He blamed himself immediately. "I'm sorry," he said. "I'll figure something out." She smiled. "We have insurance," she said, "and as long as you're here with me, we'll be fine." That night, she sat alone at the kitchen table reviewing medical bills and insurance statements. She didn't cry. She calculated. She started borrowing money. At first, small amounts, friends, family credit cards. Just until things stabilize. She didn't tell him. He was already drowning in guilt, watching her drive him to treatments, watching her pretend not to notice the bills stacking up. She told herself she was protecting him. That was the truth she held on to. She took a second job, then a third. Still not enough. Medical debt doesn't announce itself. It accumulates quietly. One night, a coworker mentioned a private club downtown. High-end. Legal. Just entertaining, they said. No touching, no trouble. She hesitated. She had always been honest, warm, open, the kind of woman people trusted instinctively. But desperation doesn't look like desperation at first. It looks like a temporary solution. She told herself, just until his condition stabilizes, just until things get better. She followed every boundary she set for herself. She never crossed the lines she promised she wouldn't. Every dollar went straight into their medical account. She told her husband it was overtime. He held her and said, "I don't know how I got so lucky." She cried silently in the shower so he wouldn't hear. The truth came out anyway. Someone recognized her. A location. A rumor. He didn't yell. That frightened her more than anger ever could. "I wish you had told me," he said quietly. "I didn't want to add to your stress," she replied. That was when he broke, not because of pride, but because of love. "I didn't need you to sacrifice yourself," he said, and that cruel word spoken in that moment became something he would carry for years, long after she was gone. 2 weeks later, he handed her divorce papers. He insisted, "I'll handle the treatment. I'll take the debt. This ends here." She didn't argue. She believed she had already ruined everything. She thought he resented her for humiliating him, for making him lose his dignity. So she left. Years passed. His condition stabilized. His career recovered. The bills disappeared one by one. But the silence stayed. He often thought about her. The way she sat at the kitchen table, believing responsibility was the same thing as love. One night, he finally went looking for her. He had heard she was back in town this week. He found her with someone else, a man who had stayed when she had nothing left to give. She had remarried, still simple, still quiet. She smiled gently, and in that smile, he saw the life he had once hoped for, even if it was never meant to be his. In that moment, he wished her health, a long, happy life. Driving home, the grief hit him all at once. Anger, regret. He hated that she hadn't waited for him, and then hated himself for thinking he had the right to ask her to. Like Orpheus, he was willing to walk through hell for love. But one wrong choice, one moment of turning away, was enough to lose everything forever. Some losses don't come from betrayal. They each tried to protect the other in their own way, never realizing that love was never meant to be carried alone. And the cost of that choice is something you live with for the rest of your life.